Hello, very good afternoon to all the attendees, students, parents, faculty members, deans, head of departments, and all the colleagues. So, dear colleagues, as you know, today we are going to start. This is a sixth semester session of a career counseling based on science education. I'm Dean, working as a dean at a School of Basic and Applied Sciences. So, as you know, we have prepared this series to motivate young and ignited mind, young student to remain in the field of science and mathematics. So today, this is our sixth session, and this sixth session is on mathematical sciences, a promising career. So as we know, mathematics is one of the most important tool to analyze the various aspects from the ancient time up to now. As you might be aware that the study of mathematics as a demonstrative discipline begins in the 6th century BC with the Pythagoreans, who actually coined the term mathematics from the ancient Greek. That means subject of instruction. Islamic mathematics in turn developed and expanded the mathematics known to this civilization from thousands years before. So usually we believe that beginning in the 6th century BC with the Pythagoreans and ancient Greeks began a systematic study of mathematics as a subject in its own right with the Greek mathematics. So around 3000 BC, Euclid introduced an axiomatic method that is still used in mathematics today, consisting of definition, axiom, theorem, and proof, and so on. So if we go back to 3000 BC, from there, the Mesopotamian states of Sumer or Akkad or Assyria, together with the ancient Egypt and Ibala, begin using this arithmetic, algebra, and geometry for the purpose of taxation, commerce, trade, and also in the field of astronomy, and to formulate calendars and record time. Usually we believe that mathematics is the language of God. You know, it is one of the most powerful tools, as I mentioned. Whether you study science, engineering, technology, humanity, whatsoever, it remains undoubtedly, without any discussion, one of the most important aspect of our life, most important tool, and therefore we believe that mathematics is the language of God. So in this session, the resource person will focus on mathematics is the queen of all science and can be related to everything in our everyday life. In this webinar, we will be enlightening the importance of mathematics in a real life application, various job prospects, and available opportunities and studying mathematics at the graduate, postgraduate, and research level. So as I said, this series is designed to give you an opportunity to interact with the eminent scientists, academicians, professors who have made immense contribution in the various fields in this session, in the series mentioned. So the aim is to motivate talented students to remain in the science and mathematical stream so as to strengthen and expand the India's research and development base in science and technology. As you know, mathematics is everywhere, you know. So this session will be conducted by our faculty, Dr. Renu Chaudhary. Dr. Chaudhary is an assistant professor of mathematics in the School of Basic and Applied Sciences at GD Goenka University. She holds a PhD in mathematics and she holds a PhD in mathematics from the Indian Institute of Technology, Roorkee. She has qualified national level mathematics examinations such as NET, GATE, and JAM. She is an expert in differential equation with the research experience of 7 years, and teaching experience of more than 3 years. Dear colleagues, I'm sure throughout the session, she will mesmerize about the factual information of mathematics and future prospects, career possibilities, and how the mathematician could live a life. All that she will reveal here. I request all of you to listen carefully. If you have any curiosity, certainly you will have a curiosity. It is a mathematics most say important aspect of life. At the same time, it is also quite difficult, So if you have any curiosity question, you are kindly requested to mention in a chat box. We have a team of learned faculty members. They will note down your question, and at the end of the session, we will invite, either we will ask a question on your behalf, or you will request you to unmute your mic, and you have possibility to ask your question until you get satisfactory answer. Dr. Renu Singh will try to answer your question. If not, we have also other expert panels. They will also try our level best to rectify the doubts. And I request to listen this complete session carefully. It would be certainly helpful for you. And now I would like to invite Dr. Renu Chaudhary for conducting this session. So, ma'am, Dr. Renu, madam.
Yes, sir.
So, very warm welcome. Thank you for being with us. And I request you to begin with the session. Thank you so much indeed.
Thank you, sir, for providing me this opportunity. Good evening to one and all present here. Today we have a session on mathematics, that is mathematical science, a promising career. In this session, I would like to discuss about mathematics, mathematical contribution to the world in order to make the life easier, and career prospects after having a degree in mathematics. Some of you might have heard, like, mathematics, oh, it's a very difficult subject. How could you understand this? Or someone says, mathematics is so boring. I'm very poor in mathematics. For those, I would like to say it's not boring. In fact, it's so interesting if you know about how magical the numbers are. The patterns, the shape, the angles, everything you see or around, there is some mathematical concept behind that. With this, I would like to share the definitions of mathematics. What is mathematics? Word is made up from two Greek words. First one is manthene, which means learning, and second one is technique, which means an art of technique. It means mathematics is the art of learning related to disciplines. The dictionary meaning of mathematics is the science of measurement, quantity, and magnitude. In Hindi, we call mathematics as Ganit, which means the science of calculation. From the 17th century, mathematics has been an indissoluble adjunct to physical science and technology, and in more recent times, it has assumed a similar role in the quantitative aspects of the life sciences also. According to the famous Italian physicist Galileo, mathematics is the language of science, and mathematics is the language with which God wrote the universe. Mathematics deals with logical reasoning and quantitative calculation, and its development has involved an increasing degree of idealization and abstraction of its subject matter. According to the German mathematician Carl Friedrich Gauss, mathematics is the queen of sciences. In last few centuries, mathematics has been occurred as a queen of sciences. It involves all the sciences around it. Mathematical problems solving enable us to understand the world around us, and most of all to teach us to think creatively. Thus, mathematics is one of the most important subject and one of the most important aspect of our life. Now we have some important discovery of mathematics that changed the world. First one is the discovery of zero. Discovery of zero was the totally game changer to the world. Zero is an important placeholder in our number system. It was also key to inventing computing. With the zero only, merchant helps to with the zero only merchant balance their workbooks and which is an essential part of successful trade. Discovery of zero was done by Aryabhat, who was the one of great mathematician and astrologer also. He was the first person to create the symbol zero. And after invention of zero, the mathematical operations like addition and subtraction started using the digit zero, and it makes the life easier. Aryabhat also works for the approximation of pi and come to the conclusion that pi is an irrational number. Thus, the discovery of zero is a very important in the number system, which makes our life easier. Next one is the discovery of Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem is a mathematical formula which states that the square of the hypotenuse of a right angled triangle is equal to the sum of the squares of the two other sides. After the discovery of Pythagoras theorem, the world changed as it has many applications in real life, like in architecture, in construction, and in measuring distance. Pythagoras discovered the Pythagoras discovered the Pythagoras theorem, and he also believed that mathematics is the basis of everything, and the physical world can be understood using mathematics only. Pythagoras also discovered the harmonious interval in music are based on simple rational numbers. It means the music you listen is based on simple rational numbers. The all around the buildings, the construction all around you see is only based on Pythagoras theorem. Next one is the invention of calculus. Invention of calculus was one of the most important breakthrough in the mathematical history. And the calculus was one the invention of calculus was done by Sir Isaac Newton, who was an English mathematician, astronomer, and physicist. He is one of the most influential scientists and is a key figure in the scientific revolution. Sir Isaac Newton discovered calculus, which is very important in the physics, chemistry, biology, and all the branches of science, all the branches of engineering. Sir Isaac Newton built the first reflecting telescope, and he was the first to discompose white light into the component colors and gave the three laws of motion that are known as Newton's law of motion. The invention of calculus changed all the other sciences like physics, chemistry, biology, and engineering, and it becomes easier to calculate the area and all the other quantities. Here we have some interesting phenomena. These are some interesting phenomena which see around us, which occurs naturally. Like the water, if this is a droplet in water, and this is the concentric circles. All in this first figure, we have the concentric circles, which are the concept of mathematics only. In butterfly, we can see the symmetricity, and the symmetricity we can see in all the natures, all the flowers, all the leaves, we see the symmetricity. All these patterns have mathematics behind it. Now we have the Fibonacci sequence. Fibonacci sequence is one of the most famous formula we see daily in our daily life, such as in flowers, in cauliflowers, etc. The Fibonacci sequence is one of the most important formula which says that if we are having a sequence of number where a number is the addition of the two last numbers starting with 0 and 1. Like if we start with 0 and 1 and the next number is the addition of 0 and 1, that is 1, and the next number is the addition of these previously two number, that is 1 plus 1, 2. Like this, if we create a new number by adding the previous two numbers, we get a sequence that is called a Fibonacci sequence. The mathematical equation described is xn plus 2 is equal to xn plus 1 plus xn. The flowers we see, have Fibonacci sequence and Fibonacci numbers Most of the time, the number of petals of a flower is a Fibonacci number only. Now, next we have the picture of Romanesco cauliflower, that is a spiral which follows the Fibonacci sequence. Next one is Fibonacci spiral and golden ratio. If we take the ratio of two successive numbers in Fibonacci sequence, like if we divide the number 1 divided by 1 is equal to 1, 2 divided by 1 is equal to 2, and thus we come to a sequence that is 1.618. Like this, if we the ratio of two numbers of the Fibonacci series is 1.618. That is a very magical number, that is called golden ratio also. We can see the golden ratio all around us. The golden ratio exists in nature, even our body and face also. Our body and face follow this mathematical ratio that is called the golden ratio. This golden ratio have a large impact on our brains. Our brain prefer to see the images and objects that use the golden ratio. And golden ratio also defines the definition of beauty. We say someone is beautiful or flower is beautiful only because they follow the pattern of golden ratio. The golden ratio also can be applied to shapes. If we take a square and multiply one side by 1.618, then you will get a rectangle in the harmonious proportions. Here are some pictures in which you can see the golden ratio and the Fibonacci spiral, the rows, the logo, designing of logo, we use Fibonacci spiral in the logo and the human skull also. Now we say the mathematics is everywhere. Mathematics is everywhere. You cannot escape from it because everywhere you see is only mathematics. In your daily routine life, you know all the things, the structures, the shapes, the pattern you see is mathematics. But mathematics is somewhere we can't see it, such that in securing the confidential data, whenever we want to secure the confidential data, we use the cryptography. That is a part of mathematics only. When we want to secure data from hackers, we use encryption and decryption of data that comes under the branch of mathematics that is called cryptography. Cryptography is used to secure all transmitted information in our IoT connected world to authenticate people and devices. Next one is in waiting line or queue. Whenever you go to a bank or an ATM or many other places, you have to wait in a queue. To solve the problem of rush and to enhance the better service facility to the customer, many organizations and companies looks for a queuing model theory that is constructed to predict the queuing length and waiting time. This queue theory comes under the one of the branch of mathematics that is operation research. In electronic gadgets we use in everyday life, that is TV, computer, laptop, smartphone, all these electronic gadgets use protocols which are built on numerical models. The sound waves, light waves, radio waves, all the waves are sine waves. The vehicle you drive, the suspension, the steering, the engine, all are designed using numerical models only. In GPS, in medical images devices like MRI and CT scan use image processing algorithm that compare two different images and find the difference. Image processing is also a branch of mathematics in which we study the comparison of two different images and to find differences. Mathematics is also helping us in combating against COVID-19 disease. Mathematical models have been one of the driving force behind the policies such as pandemic planning, resource allocation, implementation of social distancing measures, and other interventions around the COVID pandemic. As the COVID-19 pandemic has spread, mathematics has a daily effect on our life. With basic mathematical models, researchers forecast the progression of disease and understand the effect of interventions on disease spread. Now we come to the courses which you can study if you have interest in mathematics. First one is BSc Honors Mathematics, that is Bachelor of Science in Mathematics. This is generally a 3-year degree program which develops an advanced theoretical and research skills. It helps in building an advanced professional or academic career. A candidate who want to pursue for the BSc Mathematics program should have a 10 plus 2 should pass a 10 plus 2 examination or equivalent examination and studied mathematics as a compulsory subject. After doing BSc Mathematics, we have so much of options. Like first of all, we have scope for higher studies. First option we have MSc Mathematics. If you want to pursue for higher education in mathematics, one is the this is the best course opted by science graduates. After getting degree in mathematics, you have huge career options which are available in research and teaching fields. Second option you can opt is a MSc Statistics. This is also a very famous course among youngsters, as if you want to make a career in Indian statistical services, you can also opt this degree. Next one we have MCA, that is Master of Computer Application. After doing BSc Mathematics, you can also apply for Masters in Computer Applications. In this MCA, you will see the mathematical analysis and the principle of computer science together to create, test, analyze, and evaluate the software applications and systems. The other option you have is MBA. If you have a flair of management and organizing resources, then you should consider a career in management. If you MBA is a good higher degree option for BSc graduate mathematics graduates. If you have a specialization in finance in MBA, then you can also become a chief finance officer in corporate sector. The next degree you can pursue after BSc Mathematics is the other certificate course such as Chartered Accountant, Company Secretary, Chartered Financial Analyst, and Certified Financial Planner. Now we come to the higher degree, that is MSc Mathematics, that is Master of Science in Mathematics. It is a 2-year degree program which develops a thorough understanding of fundamental theory of mathematics and analytical skills and prepare students for various research activities. It is also an appropriate course for students who wish to pursue for PhD or a research or academic career. A candidate should have completed graduation with mathematics as a compulsory subject from a recognized university with a minimum of 50% score in aggregate if he wants to pursue for MSc Mathematics. Some entrance examination for MSc Mathematics you can see here that are IIT JAM, that is MSc entrance exam for IITs, NITs, ICERTs, and CFTIs. JEST, that is the MSc entrance exam for National Research Institutes. TIFR, that is Tata Institute of Fundamental Research. JNU, that is EE, that is MSc entrance exam for JNU. You can also opt for CUCET, that is Central Universities Common Entrance Test, and CMI entrance test. We have a mathematical institute, that Chennai Mathematical Institute at Chennai. If you want to pursue UG and PG course there, you have to go for CMI entrance tests. These are some important tests that you can give up for MSc Mathematics. Now we have career opportunities for those who have done MSc and BSc in mathematics. First of all, we have teaching. As all of you know, mathematics teacher is always on demand, as mathematics is considered as one of the main subjects in all schools and colleges. Teaching is the best option if you want to have a career satisfaction in your life. Next one is subject matter expert. It is also a job in which you will provide your valuable advice and knowledge to the content related to any subject matters. You see nowadays you see Byju's, Vedantu, and any other learning app. They hire subject matter expert for their particular subjects. You can also go for this job. Next one is government jobs. BSc graduates can also pursue job offered in public sectors in various government institutes like DRDO and ISRO. DRDO and ISRO recruit some mathematicians for scientist posts also. You can also take exams conducted by UPSC, SSC, railway, banking, etc. These are the examinations that open the way for a candidate to enter in many departments like IAS, IPS, tax assistant, statistical investigator, etc. Next one is data scientist. If you have interest in coding theory, you can opt for a data scientist career option. Data scientists turn raw data into meaningful information that organizations can use to improve their business. Data analysts are high in demand. Data scientists are high in demand across all sectors such as finance, consulting, manufacturing, pharmaceuticals, government, and education. Next career option, you can choose a investment analyst. Investment analyst. An investment analyst provides research and information to traders, fund managers, and stockbrokers make decisions about investments. Some analysts also work for investment management companies and provide information to in-house fund managers. The next career you can choose is financial analyst. When company and individuals need to make investment decisions, they look for the expertise in financial analysts. These job professionals are expected to have knowledge about trends in the market and the performance potential of different kind of investment in order to help their clients. Thus, you can always choose a career of financial analyst if you have interest in the financial laws and financial markets. Next one is actuary. When companies need numbers to determine the probability of events like death, sickness, accidents, natural disaster, and retirement. In order to predict risks, they turn to the actuaries for this data. Actuaries compile and analyze statistical data, creating strategies that minimize risk, drafting reports, they outline the implication of their research, and explaining study results to the stakeholders of the research. These job options are always open for investment companies and Bima companies also. Banking. Next one is banking. The career in banking has a wide scope ranging from retail banking to corporate banking. One can opt the job role of market researcher who create new business opportunities and develop financial model solutions to present to client to the bank. Banking is also one of the most common job which BSc graduates prefer to do. If we talk about the higher education after BSc and MSc, one can opt PhD, that is Doctor of Philosophy. Doctor of Philosophy is the highest degree in the universe is highest university degree that is conferred after a course of study by universities in many countries. A postdoctoral degree is a degree with academic focus. In PhD, you need to select a topic or a subject and do in-depth research on it and answer any queries related to the topic or subject. The course duration may vary from one institute to another. You can complete your PhD in minimum 3 years and maximum depends on the university. Some of the fellowship, if you clear entrance examination like CSIR, NET, GATE, JRF, and MHRD and CSIR, these are the government bodies which offers fellowship to the students to pursue for their PhD. Apart from this, universities such as IGNOU and DU also offer fellowships to students pursuing full-time PhD courses with them. Now we have a list of leading institutions and research centers which you can pursue for PhD after qualifying the examinations. Like we have ISC Bangalore, Tata Institute for Fundamental Research, IITs, ISI, IIM, NIT, ISER, NICER, Triple IT, HRI Allahabad, CMI Chennai, and IMSC Chennai. These are the institute of national importance where you can pursue your PhD. Now, what are the career opportunities after PhD? After PhD, you can have so many careers. If you are inclined towards a research career, many positions are available in the research institutions and universities. But if you like to pursue for a teaching career, then many positions are available in government and private engineering colleges. Next one is research and development lab of companies. If you are willing to apply your mathematical skills to the practical problems, then you can apply for the research and development labs of companies. You can also opt for financial service companies, research labs of multinational companies, and all others which are recruiting mathematicians for their jobs. The salary offered are better than in some of the companies, multinational companies and multinational banks. The salary offers are better than those offered to a IT graduates. Students which are trained in pure mathematics are also actively recruited by these industries since almost all branches of mathematics are useful for them. Now we have some skills for a successful mathematical career. If you want to have a successful mathematical career, here are listed some skills that will help you to obtain them. First one is active learning skills. Most of the times, mathematical research related jobs are required to take a lot of complex information in order to create theory, find solution, and provide guidance, which requires your active learning skill. This is an important skill which you should have. Second one is communication skill. I think communication skill is always preferable in every career. If you are handling numbers of mathematics, but you have to discuss it with a layman or a professional which don't know anything about mathematics. Therefore, communication skills is the most important aspect for your mathematical career. Next one is decision making skills. Mathematicians are also responsible for making judgment for their client. People rely on them because their ability are to understand complex information, so they need to take a strong decision also. Therefore, for a mathematician, their decision making skill is also very important. Next one is system analysis skills. This skill help you to understand how the fast changing world of science, technology, and finance can influence the work they are doing. So, system analysis skills are very important. Next one is teamwork skills. This is the skill which you need in every career, that is teamwork skill. Mathematicians actually require a great deal of collaboration in order to find solutions to technological and mathematical problems. Mathematicians are expected to be able effectively work as a team member also. Therefore, you can have so many mathematics of career options if you have some skills that are active learning skill, communication skill, design, decision making skills, system skill, and teamwork skill. All in all, if you have a passion for mathematics and you like mathematics, then there are so many career options available which I have not discussed here, but you can choose your path or in your own way. Thus, mathematics is a significant subject which is everywhere, which is required in many professions, which is applicable everywhere, which makes us smarter and which helps us to understand everything around us. Mathematics is significant. This is all about mathematics. Now we have our GD Goenka University. This is the beautiful drone view of our campus. It is situated in 60 acre. It is a 60-acre campus which is situated in Sohna nearby Gurgaon. Why study at GD Goenka University? GD Goenka University's Sorry. Girigonka University provides you a world-class education with the knowledge and skills for excellence in your discipline. Here we have faculty from leading institutions in India and abroad. We organize national and international conferences, workshop, guest lecture, exhibitions, and seminar also. Many international student mobility through in summer internships, summer abroad programs are also there. We have many awards and rankings like Q1, QSCH, ASSOCHAM, Forbes, in Institutional Mentor, Times B School, and Times of India ranking. These are the ranking which our university holds. Now we have a scholarship program also. If any student is meritorious and they are economically weaker, then GD Goenka University offers a scholarship scheme also. Study abroad program. GD Goenka Universities has collaboration with many of international universities, such as Arizona State University and University of Essex, University of Kent, and so on. You can see here it has many international collaboration with universities of USA, Australia, Netherlands, France, UK, Turkey, China, Uzbekistan, Taiwan, Chile, Malaysia, Denmark, and Canada also. We have schools at GD Goenka University, such as School of Basic and Applied Sciences, Agriculture Sciences, Engineering, Medical and Allied Sciences, Hospitality, Management, Law, Communication, Education, Fashion and Design, Humanities and Social Science, Architecture and Planning. Here we represent School of Basic and Applied Sciences at GD Goenka University. Here we have our respected Dean Sir. He is the co-founder Dean of School of Basic and Applied Sciences. He have PhD in low temperature from Germany and master in surface transplants from Italy. These are the vision and mission of our school. Faculty. We have faculty members in School of Basic and Applied Sciences from international and national reputed institute like IITs, NITs, ISC Bangalore. Some have postdoctoral experience from Germany, USA, and Europe. Faculties are also engaged in research in basic School of Basic and Applied Sciences and publish their research journal in SCI Index Journal. Research papers in SCI Index Journal. Now we have faculties from Department of Mathematics. We have our respective deans, which are from Department of Mathematics, are Dr. Shashikant Sharma. He is Shashikant Gupta. He is associate from and faculty in charge. He is PhD from ISC Bangalore. Dr. Sunita Negi, who works in biophysics. Dr. Anindata Roy Chaudhary, she also works in biophysics. Dr. Renu Singh and Ms. Jagrati Gaba. The research interests are which comes under Department of Physics. We have condensed matter research, super creations, nanoscience, spectroscopy of rare earth molecules, and so on. Now we have Department of Chemistry. These are faculties from Department of Chemistry. Dr. Priyanka Sharma, who is Dr. Himanshu Arora, Dr. Sonika Sethi, Dr. Amit Rajput, Dr. Praveen Kumar, Dr. Shomita Talukdar, Dr. Binyamin Mongal, Ms. Pawanjeet Kaur, and Ms. Prerna Sharma. These are research interests of faculties of chemistry, which have biometric chemistry, wastewater treatment, photosensitizers, and so on. Now we have Department of Mathematics. These are faculties from Department of Mathematics. Dr. Naresh Sharma, who is an associate professor and faculty in charge of the Department of Mathematics. He is PhD from MTU. Dr. Deepika Garg, she is also associate professor in our department. She has a PhD from NIT Kurukshetra. Mr. Radveer Singh and Dr. Ruchi Pawar, she is PhD from IIT Roorkee. These are some research interests from the faculties of Department of Mathematics, Numerical Science, Physics, Chemistry, methods, linear algebra, robotics, differential equations, probability and statistics, MATLAB, neural network. Here we have faculties from Department of Biological Sciences, Dr. Priyanka Tyagi. She is an assistant professor and faculty in charge in the Department of Biological Sciences. She is PhD from DRDU. And Dr. Shashank Kamble, who has PhD from CSIR IB Lab. And Dr. Ronak Dhankar, she has PhD from National Taiwan Ocean Universities. These are the research interests of faculties of biological sciences, that are diabetes, drug delivery, cancer therapy, heavy metal decorporation, microbial, biofilms, and so on. We also have Department of Forensic Science at School of Basic and Applied Sciences. Dr. Niharika Srivastava, she is an assistant professor and faculty of in charge. She is PhD from Allahabad University. Ms. Ruby Kumari, she is MSc from LNJ and National Institute of Criminology and Forensic Science. Mr. Baljit Yadav, Ms. Priya Sharma, and Ms. Malawat. The research interest from Department of Forensic Science are forensic medicine, question documents, fingerprint identification, forensic ballistics, forensic toxicology, wildlife forensics, and anthropology. Now research at SOBAS. We have more than 30 PhD research scholars registered in various departments of the school. They are working in the different domain of biological sciences, physics, chemistry, mathematics, and environmental sciences. We have some funded research project from Government of India, such as various aspects of redundant allocations, modeling and simulation of type supernova light curves, multivariate analysis, and so on. These are the state-of-the-art lab facilities which are available in our school. Here are some undergraduate programs in SOBAS. We are offering BSc Chemistry, Physics, Mathematics, Forensic Science, Microbiology, Biochemistry, and Biotechnology. These all are BSc Honors program. We also have BSc Pass courses with combinations like Physics, Chemistry, Mathematics, Geology, Botany, Chemistry, Botany, Geology, Chemistry, Microbiology, and so on. These are the eligibility criteria, duration, student intake, fees, and future prospects after having the degree of BSc. We also have postgraduate and doctoral program in SOBAS. We have MSc Chemistry, MSc Physics, Mathematics, Forensic Science, Microbiology, Biochemistry, Biotechnology, MSc Data and Scientific Computing, MSc Geology, Wildlife, Forestry, Biophysics, Environmental Science, and Management. These are the eligibility criteria, duration, student intake, and fees per year. We also offer PhD in all the departments like physics, chemistry, mathematics, microbiology, biotechnology, biochemistry, forensic science, geology, botany, and environmental science. We also offer postgraduate diploma courses in SOBAS like PG Diploma in Criminology, PG Diploma in Cosmetics, PG Diploma in Data Science, PG Diploma in Environment, Health and Safety. Now we come to the question, why we should study mathematics at GD Goenka University. In GD Goenka University, we have a course curriculum, like we have a set of core courses in mathematics and statistics, and extensive exposure of computing. We have computer related subject also, like we have language, MATLAB, R, and C++ in our course curriculum. Some coherent studies in another related fields. Our BSc Mathematics students also have some glimpse of physics and chemistry and biology, an array of soft skills. We also send our students for summer internship experience to some institute of national importance, and we also have major project in the 6th semester, which is also a very good for a student who is doing BSc Mathematics. These all we have in our course curriculum, which you can see in our course curriculum, which open all the doors for careers in your sorry. We also have best practices We have sim login. In sim you can every of us student can see the attendance and all your marks and all other results. We have sim login. We also have mentor mentee relationship, means if we are having a student, his first contact of point of contact is mentor for any problem related to the university. If it is solved, then it's okay. If it is not solved, then he can approach to HOD, and then if it is not solved, then he can also communicate it to Dean. We have best practices. Under best practices, we have experiential learning. The We also take our students for educational trips to industries and laboratories, conferences and FDPs are there, student development programs are there, distinguished expert and invited guest lectures, and long and short-term trainings at industries and academic institutes. Last year we have with us Dr. Kumar Krishnan. He is from NASA and distinct lecturer by Professor P.B. Sharma. He is the founding pro-vice chancellor of DTU, that is Delhi Technological University. Under best practices, we invited Dr. D.K. Aswal. He is the director of National Physical Laboratory, and we also had an expert talk by Professor Ram Kumar, who is faculty from Central University of South Bihar. Our students organized some birthday of some Nobel Nobel Charles Darwin's birthday. Sorry. Short-term courses that we also organize short-term courses. Department of Mathematics organized a short-term course on advanced Excel and data analytics and optimizations. We also have national workshop on strengthening criminal justice system using forensic tools. We also take our students to visits to NPL, IIT, and IUAC. Our students visit to AIMS and Anveshna, which is a science and education fair. In this pandemic situation, we also organize a national online conference. In February, we organized a national conference on sustainable cities and communities. We also...
excuse me, Renu ma'am.
Yes,
sorry
sir.
for interruption. We are running
Yes,
a little late. Can you be a little faster?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. ESDA Delhi organized a international conference and exhibition, World Environment Summit 2020. Our some of our faculties won the prizes. Also, our Dr. Praveen Kumar, who is assistant professor GD in our department, who received prestigious ESDA Young Scientist Award 2020 at there. We also organized Global Sustainability Conference at Gyan Bhavan. Our respected Dean Sir awarded with Green Tech Asia Award there. We also have Eco Manthan Plantation Drive and visit to Kimia Biosciences Limited. We have best practices. We have outreach program also, means we organize school connect programs for blood donation camps, inviting school students, visit to orphan ages, old age homes, and plantation drives. DST Inspire camp. We also organized a DST Inspire camp in January, from 6 January to 10th January, which was sponsored by DST Government of India. These are few pictures of our students which were placed last year in company as a subject matter expert, project manager, and these are some companies which come to GD Goenka University for placement. We have NIIT, Baiju, Sun Pharma, Mankind, and so on. For more information of our school and GD Goenka University, please visit our website, which is mentioned here, our Facebook homepage and Instagram page. You all are welcome to Sobhas. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Dr. Renu Chaudhary, for enlightening talk, discussion about, you have really very nicely explained about the promising career in mathematical sciences, importance of mathematics, future prospects, job opportunities, and a wonderful career in this field. So thank you once again. And now we would like to open the session for a question answer. So maybe Dr. Kamble,
Yes, sir.
can you?
So there is one question, the career options for mathematics. There is one question that is the career options for mathematics and statistics subjects are almost equal. That is the question.
Yes, in some cases, career options for MSc Mathematics and Statistics are equal. But if you have statistics as your subject, you have some more options like data science and data scientist and data engineer also.
Good. Dr. Naresh Sharma, would you like to throw some light over statistics?
Yeah, sir. I want to add something. If you see your options in the teaching, so it's a mathematics has a better options as compared to statistics. But if you like to go for the industry kind of problems, then both mathematics and statistics have their own edge. Because in some data kind of things, mathematics people are also doing good, but statistics, and the name is statistic, but people are doing the machine learning, AI, deep learning kind of things. But that for that you needed to the computational knowledge also. So it's advisable, both have their different prospectus for the future. For the particular teachings, more options are available in mathematics as compared to statistics.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Sharma. And Dr. Renu Singh, is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So, Dr. Kamble, we should go
Yes,
for
sir.
another question.
So there is no more question as of now, but if any of the student has any question, you can unmute your mic one by one so that the questions can be addressed equally well.
Okay, I think it is well understood for all our students and attendees that mathematics is really very much important aspect, and so there is a huge career opportunities in mathematics. You know, everywhere. Without mathematics, you can't do anything. You know, and since childhood, I heard from some prominent people that if you do not study engineering, people won't mind. If you are not a management MBA or a physicist, chemist, no problem. But everyone must understand mathematics from since the childhood. You know, the counting, division, multiplication, addition, and so on. So all this is a mathematics. That's what we do in an advanced level as well. It goes on. So that would be really very much helpful. So still, you don't think there is any question from any of our attendees?
So there is one more question just now we have received. Pratiksha has asked a question that does the government college matters for the job point of view for any subject?
Pratiksha, it is not always uh, necessary that government college matters for the job point of view. You have also good opportunities in private universities also, as we are having so many private colleges and government colleges. You can opt which you can choose, which you want.
Yeah.
I like to add here, Pratiksha, that your degree should be from the UGC approved institutes. It doesn't matter you belong from the private or government, both are the equal, right? So your knowledge may vary, depends how much knowledge is you get from those institutes. That's more important. So
Yes.
in the interview or any kind of the jobs, your knowledge matters, not your degree from which institute you can get that. Right? So private and
Good.
government both are equal.
Yeah.
It should be from the UGC.
Pratiksha Godke, can you switch on your mic and video? So, yeah, I would like to add on here You know, across the world, most of the developed country, the private organizations are leading. You know, if we count the best university institution across the world, the top 10 mostly belongs to United States and some in Europe. All are private. For example, the Harvard, Stanford, Princeton, Oxford, Cambridge, all are a private institution. It was established by the philanthropist. So the aim was to provide a quality education to the people across the world, you know, and therefore those university grown up because they focused on a quality education and provided a scholarship and all financial support across the world to the highly motivated students. And therefore, it does not matter whether it is a private or a government organization. Certainly in our country, after the independence, only the government organizations were responsible for providing education, especially in higher education. And slowly the private people, they came into existence and established some schools. And after 2000, many private people came in this profession, especially to establish higher education universities, institution in last 15-20 years, and we will have a lot of plenty of universities. So earlier it was hardly 300 universities, roughly 290-95 universities, and almost all were government. And now we have about 950 universities across the country. Out of that, more than 600 universities are private, you know. So in other words, the private universities are providing the education to majority of this country. Maybe 60% population of this country are getting education in a private universities. You might be knowing here in the NCR region, if you count on a hand, you will find hardly 10, 15 or 20 government organizations. But we will have plenty of maybe 150, 60 private universities across. Just here in this region, one can count here in the GD Goenka University, KR Mangalam, SGT University, MIT University, BM Munjal University, in Gurgaon, North Cap University, and so Ansal University. So many universities, all are private, established by the philanthropist to provide education to the people of this country. So therefore, in cutting the long story short, it does not matter. What matters is our education, our qualification, our understanding, you know, our knowledge that we acquire throughout the, say, university education process. Thank you so much. Yeah, Dr. Kamble, any more question?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir. There are no.
Good.
There are no
So
more
I
questions.
think our say attendees are quite wise. They understood almost. And now we have one announcement about the next session. This is the 7th session on career opportunities in chemical sciences. And it is scheduled on 27th of July. That is a Monday, day after tomorrow at the same time. And the speaker is Dr. Sonika Sethi, and she is an assistant professor in chemistry. She will focus on the various career opportunities and future prospect in chemical sciences, and I may request all the attendees to join that session and also motivate, encourage, inform your colleagues, your peers, nears and dear, whomsoever is interested in, because you know we are trying to provide career counseling without any payment. It is a free of cost. So we all have planned very rigorously to provide you people the career opportunity, prospect or guideline or navigation, so that you can think carefully and try to figure out where you fit in, what is your interest, and where you can do, say go and study and give your best, and that would be beneficial certainly for you, for your society, and ultimately all the development, progress, your contribution goes to the nation. So nation is built on behalf of all our young and ignited mind, their contribution. Thank you so much indeed to all the speakers. And let's also thank our session conductor, Dr. Renu Chaudhary, madam, for conducting very nicely this session, focusing very nicely on mathematical aspect, various aspects of mathematics in a daily life up to the advanced level. And also she has very nicely explained about the career prospect, opportunities, and future prospect about the mathematical sciences. I think we do not need to speak much. It is one of the widely understood subject, one of the widely understood and important subject. So once again, thank you, Dr. Renu, madam, and thank you all the attendees,
Thank you, sir.
students, parents, faculty members, faculty in charge, and also I would like to thank coordinator, Dr. Kamble, and all your associate members, Dr. Renu Chaudhary, Dr. Naresh Sharma, Dr. Shetty, and all other members who have supported to conduct this session very smoothly. Thank you so much. I wish you a nice and wonderful evening, and take very good care of yourself. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay home. God bless you. Thank you. May I take your leave? Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you,
everyone.
sir. Thank you.